Welcome back to another Sebastian story. We're back at it again, telling this sweet boy's story. And of course, he's our Cane Corso Italiano and our sweet little Luna Petunia. Hi, honey. She is doing great. She's 9 months old now. She's our little Cane Corso and Great Dane mix. And yes, that's our story for today, is our little 9-month pup date for our sweet little Luna. She came home back in, it was June now, or end of May, one of the two. She was just a sweet baby, needed a home, growing up on a farm, and wanted to have a good life in the suburbs, I guess. I don't know. But nevertheless, we scooped her up and brought her in. And now she's just absolutely in love with everybody. She and Sebastian are doing great together, which, of course, was our main priority. We wanted a good friend for Sebastian to make sure that he had someone he could play with, but also that wasn't going to, he has an injured paw. He's going to be doing physical therapy the rest of his life. And so we have to make sure that everybody else that comes in can be respectful of him and his needs. That, yes, he's a big guy and he wants to play all day, but you can't play too rough with him. You have to be gentle with him. And she adores him. They are so sweet together. They snuggle together all the time. They're just doing absolutely great. And we couldn't be more overjoyed and more happy with how well their relationship has developed. And so, of course, at the 9-month mark here, she's pushing a little over 70 pounds. We haven't actually weighed her too recently, but she's getting up there. She's only a couple inches shorter than Sebastian at this point, and it's wonderful watching the two of them grow and learn and play together all day, every day. We thought Sebastian had a lot of energy. Whoo! This little honey just is a rocket. No matter how much running and walking and playing she does, there is always more. And it's to a point where even Sweet Pappy here, he eventually has to just put his paws up and say, "No more, man. Well, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm tired. I'm just a sweet little boy." She is our little rocket, and beyond just her energy level. Speaking of speed, being a rocket, Sebastian, of course, has high maneuverability. We've done our Cane Corso agility video in the past where we can show how well he can switch speeds and dive around and do a 180 on a dime. I mean, he'll immediately carry all of his weight around. And Luna, with her longer legs, she just can't do that. And it's real funny watching them play and chase each other, because he knows that in a straight line, she'll beat him. But if he gets going and then immediately does a quick switchback, she has to do a big arc to be able to get back behind him, because she just does not have as much maneuverability. But she obviously has just as much love in her. She snuggles him. She absolutely adores him. This has just been a most wonderful experience watching these two grow together. They love each other, they adore each other, and we adore them, and we're making sure that they get the best life possible. They are the first two of our little dog rescue. We wanted to put some good out in the world and make sure some sweet pappies got good lives and a good home. And we'd love to do foster work, but we'd be a foster fail every single time. You come into our home, where you're ours. We love you and we adore you, and we're not going to give you up. We're not going to let you go. We're going to make sure that you get everything your little puppy life deserves. But aside from the playing and the growth, she is just developing wonderfully. Her personality keeps coming through, and she certainly has a lot of tenacity. She is very dominant, very alpha, but she's so sweet and gentle about it. It's really wonderful. I think you just smother them in love, and no matter how alpha you can be, you're just going to bow down and be like, wow, hey, I just like the hugs and kisses all day, every day, and being able to snuggle my big adopted brother Sebastian here, and they adore each other. And I think that's all she really needed, was just to find out all about love and how great it can be, and how enjoyable it is to just be bathed in it all day, every day, and know that you're protected, you're cared for, you're going to be fed, you don't have to fight for food. She's so respectful. And that was one of the big things. We wanted to, Sebastian's not a really great alpha, but we go in order of who came in first. And this was his home first, and he's been sharing it. And now that he has sweet little Luna Petunia here, we wanted to make sure that she does not push him out of the way completely. We got to respect him. He's a very sensitive guy. He was heavily abused, and it has a psychological impact that is still with him, and you can see it in a number of ways, and how he just absolutely he's desperate for people to love him. And we just wanted to make sure that, in feeding time, for example, everybody has to sit before they get fed, but she has to also understand that he is going to be fed first. And when we get a third one to come in, she'll be second, and that dog will be third, and so on and so forth. That's just how we can establish these simple boundaries with these sweet pappies in a way that they understand and respect. And it's fun watching them play together. They do so well. But Luna can be a little aggressive, and she has a dew claw where it's further up on the wrist, and she's really good at naturally being able to just latch those into you. Poor Sebastian was getting a few scrapes to a point where we were like, okay, we have to start training her on this, and she fell right in line. It was like, Luna, you've got to be gentle with him. Oh, okay, I can do that, I swear. And we had to always be aquaphoring and cleaning poor Sebastian. But now in their playtime, she's come to understand that she can't just be jumping all over him and trying to dominate him. It's, no, you're just going to play and have fun. You're not trying to establish any dominance here. It's all about fun. And, well, as you can see, she's quite happy with him. So, it's a bond for the ages. She just absolutely adores him, and we adore her and him and our sweet little cat, Vera. And that's actually pretty amusing, too. Luna adores Vera, and Vera likewise adores her, which is the only sad part about that is that no matter how sweet Sebastian can be to Vera, she just wants to bam, 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 smack him any chance she gets. And it's like, little honey, you got to understand, he's a good boy, and he just wants to love you. And she's a cat. She doesn't care, but she does have a great deal of respect for Luna, and she will let Luna get all up on her. And it's really more just a time limit if Luna's being a little too persistent with her, where she'll finally start giving her a few warning smacks, but just nothing like the way that she treats Sebastian. So, and they'll sleep on the futon together, and they're doing great as well. And just, we love it. It's even got Vera coming back to bed at night now, because sometimes Sebastian will go and sleep on the couch, and that gives Vera clear access, because she's not worried about Luna. She was only ever worried about Sebastian. And for whatever reason, that's the way it is, unfortunately. But at least with Luna, we've got Vera coming back around and feeling happier again, and knowing that you haven't been replaced, Vera. We have the love, we want to share it, and we want to expand our little rescue family with some more pappies. And you're never going to get kicked out, honey. You're just as loved as they are, and you just need to understand that. And they get their bath time together. They have, we snuggle together all day. They run and play together all day. I mean, we could not have hoped for better with these two. We are so proud of Luna and the way she's growing up, and we cannot wait to see how much bigger she's going to get. I mean, she's really just a couple of inches shorter. I know some camera angles, she looks like she's right there with him. It won't be long, and then, she should eventually get just a little bit taller than him. So it'll be interesting to see how well that works, and how he responds to it if she does get a little bit bigger. He'll probably weigh a bit more than her, but nevertheless, they love each other. They just want to snuggle and play all day. What more could you ever want out of two sweet pappies? As always, thank you so very much for watching. We're having a great time telling these stories, and we'll be back again soon with more. Thanks again!